Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. Last time we took out the fortress boss here, not Wayne the Koopa, once again, and we unlocked ourselves Aqua Yoshi. Nice old Yoshi just made of pure water. In this episode, we're going to take our water Yoshi over here, Sunset at the Curtain Falls. Now, even though it has falls in the name, no, we're water in this one. It's a different type of fall. But for this level, we could use our new power badge, improve your speed, but there's not much ground to run on in the stage, if you want to be honest. And same for C-hidden items. We could have used this here, but it's honestly going to be pretty useless. So I'm going to go in without any power badge, just to save us some gems. And then we should be good to go, to be honest. You don't really need any special powers here. The only real badge I can probably recommend for a first-time player to make things a little bit easier, outside of C-hidden items, just to see what collectibles you actually need to grab, will be the Bombless Pits badge, because put that on and then there is no fear of dying this level at all. So this level, you're riding on curtains throughout the entire thing. That's the gimmick here. This is a glorified auto-scroller level, but it's a really fun auto-scroller because of these curtains. It's just a lot of fun to ride in these things and just breeze through the level at high speeds. Want to go ahead and collect pretty much all of these beads when we see them, because normally at the end of one of these trails of beads, there's going to be a Miiverse stamp for us to collect. So we're going to want to go ahead and get all those beads. I did miss one back there. I don't think that was an important bead. Same for the one back there. We just missed as well. As soon as I keep on saying we missed beads. Yep, there's another one. That's fine. We should be fine. I'm going to go ahead, kill these 3 monkeys, and get my yarn. Give me some more beads along the way. Climb up here. I want to be very careful in this section. I want to hurry up. Hold up as I do my flutter jump to grab the next curtain, and now we're halfway through the level. Bouncing on these little leaves will get us to the checkpoint, and we're good to go. This level's just so fun. It's very fast-paced. So even though you can't really do much in this level besides climb up and down the curtains, this is still a really fun level to play through. It's just very fast-paced, and it's very fun because of it. I really like levels like this, to be honest. Even though you can't really do that much, there's still a lot of interaction here. It's very visually pleasing too, with all the design. You get a lot of different colored curtains here. The background's very nice looking as well. It's a very fun stage. Avoid all these bats here while collecting all of our beads. Gonna have to fall down here to get our flower. That one's pretty easy to miss, if you want to be honest. Climb up here as fast as we can so we don't die, but at the same time we get all the beads. And just keep it moving. Hold up and just get everything so you can get yourself the yarn of this area. So that's 4 out of the 5 yarn pieces. And that section there, we do a loop. That one's pretty fun because of all the beads you get to collect. Just stay in one location and should be able to get everything. We got all the yarn to level, so now for the final section. We take this piece of curtain, we fall real fast, jump at the right time, get a flower, get your final thing of hearts, get your final stamp, and get your bonus stage. The ending there is really fast-paced. So much happens at once. It's just a fun level overall. This is one of my favorite levels in the game. Just no joke there. That's actually one of my favorite levels. It's very fast-paced, and it's a lot of fun to play through. And we're going to see another level like this in the future. But for now, that was at least our taste at the auto-scroller with the curtains. So, looks like we got the bonus game here. We're riding around the Lakitu clouds, getting our fruit. This one, we're just going to be quick about it. But there's not very much we can really do here. Hopefully we can go ahead and get the watermelon. Nope, it just disappeared. Well, there goes like 500 points, unfortunately. I'm screwing this one up big time. Let me just eat this one. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time here to make a decent amount of points. I'm hoping to at least break the 4,000, but I don't think that's going to happen. Ah, barely, by 50 points. 50. That was so close. It's alright. Getting 39.50, that's still pretty good. That's a lot of beads. So for getting all the yarn here, we need ourselves to get our new Yoshi. We got ourselves the Camo Yoshi. This Yoshi design is pretty interesting because it just has a bunch of yarn just stuck to its face, basically. There's no real clean knitting to it. It's just kind of patches of yarn all over the place to go for a camo effect. And I do like it. It actually is a really nice looking camo Yoshi. But now we're going on to World 4-6. Spooky Scraps. Don't get spooked. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use our improved speed badge. Let's go ahead and show it off properly this time around. I did use it on the revisit to Notwing's Fortress there, but we sped that up. So it's kind of hard to see the double speed when you're already speeding up the video. So to explain what this badge does, it basically doubles Yoshi's running speed, so now I can run a lot faster than I normally can. This also affects Yoshi's air speed as well, so every time I jump here, I get more speed in the air as well, and that's a really nice thing, because that makes things a lot easier. Unfortunately, this doesn't make things easy, because now I need to go get some eggs. Yeah, I'm going to just rush ahead a little bit here, see if I can find anything. Unfortunately not. I don't think the enemies respawn either. You know what? We literally just started the level. Let's just hit retry. If you feel like you're not going to be able to beat a level with all the collectibles and just want to try it again without wasting more beads on a new power badge, just pause the game and hit retry. Because you'll keep your power badge and you won't have to rebuy anything, so that saves you the beads. Well, at the same time, you get to go ahead and retry things right from the very beginning, so if you didn't feel confident about that current playthrough, just hit retry and then just have a second chance. That was all for hearts too, so I wasn't even needed. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything important that we were missing. So, it didn't hurt to do that regardless. Here we got ourselves some fire. Gonna want to go ahead and eat that. It's a different type of Podoboo. It's like a ghost Podoboo. You know, definitely want to eat him before the curtains come over, because any enemies that get engulfed in these curtains become indestructible ghosts. So we can't kill these guys when the curtains are over them. So we gotta be very careful about that. Here I'm going to go ahead and throw an egg over to the side, get myself a flower from that hidden cloud. Well, it wasn't really that hidden, but it's kind of easy to miss that cloud if you're just kind of rushing through this level. Go on to the top section here, get yourself a piece of yarn. So there's a piece of the Yoshi we need from the stage. And let's go ahead and continue onwards. So as you can tell from this stage, there's going to be a lot of waiting around here simply just because we got to wait for these curtains to get near us, the platforms to actually appear. So this stage could take a little bit. There's a fun fact though about this stage. If you're following Yoshi's Woolly World development, then this stage may be familiar to you because this was actually one of the stages that Nintendo showed off at one of their E3 press conferences. Actually, right before the Nintendo World Championships of 2015, they showed off this stage here in particular. And that was actually an interesting stage to pick. They picked one of the later stages of the game to show off for their new game. It was really interesting, not gonna lie. They showed off co-op too, so it was a short little look at the stage since they only had a few minutes before the actual World Championships started. But it was still a really nice look because at that time we didn't really get to see much Yoshi's Woolly World gameplay. So just to see this stage at that time, it was nice to see, especially because the game was gonna come out in just a few months. So we definitely wanted to see something here in North America because the game was coming out in October, and that gameplay clip you showed was in June. So we were definitely wanting to see something before this game actually released. I want to go ahead and make my way to the top section here. You get a sneak peek at this door, but you want to actually go right above where that door is to spawn all these beads, because 2 of these beads have stamps for us to collect. So you actually need to do that if you want all the stamps in this level. Those are the easiest stamps to miss simply because you wouldn't think maybe going above where that door is would spawn more beads, but it actually does. So those beads, like I said, very easy to miss. I definitely missed these in my first playthrough. But now we got them all. So let's go ahead and head into this door and see what's behind it. In here, we gotta wait for the curtains to fall down, and it looks like we got a whole bunch of visible platforms to go ahead and just jump around on. I want to go ahead and move quick through this. Get ourselves a flower. Why did I miss a flower? I'm trying to think what that was. It has to be something from the other section. In this area in particular. It has to be here. I think I might know what it is. It won't really matter because honestly at this point, I'm probably going to want to get that flower on a revisit because I'm already pretty deep into this level, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I want to turn around just to try to get one singular flower. I mean, I could. Actually, you know what? I think I will in a different way because a little bit of a spoiler here, but we will have to loop back around this level if we take a certain door, and I want to show that off. So we will actually go ahead and try to track down that flower. And here I'm going to go ahead and eat this egg, throw this one up, and eat the Shy Guy before he turns back into a ghost. There we go. Got it. This reveals a key. This is actually a required key to get, and you'll see why here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and make our way over here, and as you can see, we got 2 doors we can pick from. If you pick the top door here, which is where I'm going to go, it will actually take you back to the middle section of this level. So this is actually pretty far backwards now. It actually is a detriment to go that way. So that's interesting. They actually push you backwards in a level by just taking that direction. It's weird to describe, I know, but you get the point. If you don't have the key and take that door, that's pretty much your hint saying that there's something else here that you need to do. And unfortunately for us, we had to come back and get this flower, so that wasn't really that big of a deal because I did need to get the collectible. But now let's go ahead and make our way over to where that keyhole is. And I'm just going to go ahead and do some risky things here. I'm going to do some extra flutter jumps just to get a little further ahead here. I should be able to get a decent chunk of the way through this area by just jumping, grabbing these little things of yarn, and just flutter jumping my way through the whole section. Yeah, there we go. We already made it back to the locked door. Let's go ahead and enter the locked door and continue on with the level. Gonna hit our final checkpoint of the level, and this is a pretty long section here, not gonna lie, simply because there's a lot going on here. We got 2 little curtains here moving around, and these curtains, we're gonna be riding throughout this whole section. So don't run too far ahead of these things because you will regret it. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and collect some beads on the bottom path, eat this enemy, and let's go ahead and get my eggs ready. Give me some more hearts, don't really need them, but I'll take them. Gonna eat you. Give me another egg and some more beads. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and wait for the curtain to come over to where I'm at and then ground pound so I can get myself a piece of yarn. And here, throw an egg real quick at this flower. You want to throw it before this curtain gets near it because as you can see, it will show an invisible wall and invisible ceiling around where that flower is. So you need to be quick about that one because if you're not, that flower is going to be blocked off, making it a lot harder for you to collect. So you definitely want to be quick about that. Here, I'm going to wait for this curtain to catch up with me a little bit so I can grab these beads behind it, get our final piece of yarn, and make it back over the way the second curtain is because now that first one in front, it's gone. That's never coming back. So I wanted to make sure I didn't outrun the second curtain because we need this to live. So let's wait for this to make it all the way over to the side here. And I'm going to throw an egg up, reveal this cloud, and that reveals a piece of yarn for us to climb on, leading us to a different way out of the level. So both of these doors go to the same area, but you want to take the door here from the top pathway first, simply because this takes you down to a bottom section that gives you a flower. So that should be everything. Yeah, we actually got everything in this level, first try. That's really interesting, especially after we missed the second flower and I had to backtrack for it. That's actually really good. So, there you go. That's another level down. I like the little Yoshi back there. Just sitting on top of the yarn bowl. That's like a nice little touch. I do like that a lot. But that's actually a really interesting level. I do like it simply because I do remember watching that level being shown off at the Nintendo World Championships of 2015. So just seeing it just kind of brings back some nice memories. Nintendo World Championships 2015 was a really fun time. Hey, would you look at that? Everything's free. We can actually use this going into a new level, so that's a miracle. Last time we got this, it was pretty useless. At least this time around, everything free will actually matter. But now we need to get her the nighttime Yoshi. That's the Yoshi you want to have when you just gotta get tucked in late at night and have someone read you a bedtime story. Nighttime Yoshi is the one to do it. But now we unlocked our next level here. So, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and make our way into it. Let's go into 4-7 here. Yoshi branches out. And everything's free. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab my hidden items badge. We have enough time to go ahead and knock this one out, so why not? Let's squeeze in one more level. I usually do 2 levels for these videos, but we'll do 3. You guys get a 3 for this time around. So this level here is a lot of vertical climbing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me some eggs here. Throw these real fast. Throw this one straight up, which reveals a whole bunch of beads. And as you can see here, the gimmick of this level is we gotta ride around on these little circular moving platforms. They will rotate around, and you have to jump on these things at the right time to move, because these things won't just always be pointing up. So that's the gimmick of this level. You can go ahead and eat this, which is really nice because you can take that platform with you wherever you go. So if I eat it now, I can just take it in this section and then use it to climb up. Or I can go ahead and move the other one and come down here to get me some beads. Gonna jump down here. You can use that platform to make things easier, but I'm a rebel. I got a flutter jump, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. Use it again here. And now we're back. So let's go ahead and eat this, spit out, wait for it to rise up, and let's go ahead and grab that. Give it a second. And now let's go ahead and grab the rest of these. Now this is the only downside of this level. It could take a bit, simply because of just how long these platforms can rotate. So that's the only downside here. There's a lot of waiting around simply because of the platforms. But you can speed up some of it by just simply throwing eggs for your collectibles. And then you also just jump off of the platforms in general, just to try again on a different cycle. So if you wanted to go straight up, you just jump off the platform and let it just go again. You want to ride this one all the way up to get yourself a thing of yarn, and that's this section, so let's get out of here. That shy guy down there will just be flying around on his own. We don't need to bother him. I'm gonna go ahead, eat this guy, because I don't need him in my way. Hit this hidden cloud to get me some hearts. I'll definitely take those. And I heard another one. There it is. I want that yarn ball, though. That's not a big deal. I'll get some more yarn here in a moment. I'm gonna go ahead, grab this thing of wool. And now we're gonna go ahead, get this thing to move a little bit so I can go straight up. There you go, just like that. I want to go ahead and ride this up through the ceiling here, because that's a hidden little area, giving me some more beads and another flower. Let's go ahead and continue on here. Just enough eggs to get me 6. That made things a lot faster. I'm gonna go ahead and eat a piece of the wall here. Look at that shy guy. He's still nice and dead. Bounce off here, eat this, and now we're gonna ground pound this leaf. Get some extra height because you want to come up here, and as you can see, hidden beads. You want to go ahead and collect those beads because they do have a stamp in them. This is a really awkward shot, but you want to go ahead and throw a egg down there where the hidden cloud was, because down here, we want to go ahead and grab this little platform, spit it out, and ride it up. Wow, that was a really good shot. I'm gonna go ahead and save that egg. I think the only bead I need to collect now is this one. Nope, there's another one over here. I'll just flutter jump to it. It's a little bit quicker. That platform does take a while to move. As you can see, if you get too far off screen, it will despawn as well. So try not to get too far away from those platforms. Gonna throw an egg straight up here. Give me a whole bunch of health. Gonna make me some more eggs from that egg. Give me some beads over here because I don't know what they are. Want to make sure it's not a stamp bead. Gonna go ahead, ride this thing up. If it actually goes the right direction. I wanted to go up left. Kind of hard to get to move up left. That was a pretty good shot there. I do like that. Go ahead, make it move to the left once again. Now go straight up. Here I'm gonna go ahead and throw this at the cloud, revealing more beads. This section is really hard to see what's going on simply because of all the yarn in the foreground. So this section here is a little bit annoying to actually get all your collectibles because it's really hard to see said collectibles. Just take your time in this section. That's really all I can say. This is also an annoying collectible to get, this sticking piece of yarn, because it's so hard to get in this little alcove. There you go. You need one of these arrow platforms to actually get in there. But actually trying to get it stuck in the little hole so you can fit in there and ride it upwards, that's the difficult part. I swear, that thing does not want to cooperate. Here you want to go ahead and spit this arrow platform out, and you want to actually ride it over to where the door is, because there is a door here, trust me on that one. Hold up here, and then you can enter the door. You need one of those arrow platforms to stand on in order to actually enter said door. Without it, you won't be able to stand on anything, meaning you won't be able to get into the door. Simple as that. Kill all the piranha plants, get them out of my way. Now we want to collect these beads, because collecting all the beads, that will give me a flower. So let me grab this, and let's get out of here. Doing pretty good. We're almost to the end of this level. Just got a little bit more to collect here. I'm gonna go ahead, throw an egg off to the side. Apparently missed the one bead that has something in it. Can I please get that? Thank you. Now throw this one, get the stamp. Thank you. There's some stamps here on the side. I'm trying to get them. Not the easiest thing for me in the world, apparently. I unfortunately missed the one here on the right, so I'll just manually get it. There you go. Those 4 beads here that have stamps, you can see. 2 on each side on the way up. But I got them all, so let's get out of here. This is a really good song. I do like this one a lot. This is actually returning from level 1 too. So we haven't heard this one a bit, but we did hear it earlier in the game. Weird to see a level 2 song in the game appear in World 4. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? Here we want to go ahead and throw an egg here to kill the piranha plant and then hit the hidden cloud right behind him. Gives me some beads. Ride this straight up. Get the bead in the center. That has a stamp. Speaking of stamps, there's one right up here. I'm gonna want that. Grab our thing of yarn right in the center of that flying shy guy. And that's pretty much everything in this section. So now we only have 2 more beaver stamps to get, and I believe 1 more flower as well. But that all should be coming up here very soon. This section is very interesting because of all the running water here. If you jump in this water, it will actually push Yoshi downwards. So there is a little bit of gravity to this water. You gotta be careful of that current. Here I'm gonna go ahead and let that platform just fall down to its death. Even the platforms get affected by these waterfalls, so be very careful. If you're trying to ride one of these up, they won't go fully up. They'll stop after a while. Got 1 more stamp here to collect, which is this bead, and that's everything. I'm gonna just kill you for fun. Get out of my way, piranha plant. We're at the end of the stage. Let's go. And that's another level down. Simple as that. Just a lot of stuff you have to avoid, and also a lot of climbing. Very vertical level, but it makes sense. You're inside of a tree. There's only one area to go in the tree, and that's up. But we did it. We got everything in the level, so nighttime Yoshi's very happy. He's also out of his element because it's not nighttime in this tree, it's daytime. So, nighttime Yoshi became daytime Yoshi, in a sense. So for collecting all the yarn here in 4-7, we need ourselves to get our new Yoshi. We got ourselves the leopard Yoshi. That's a weird thing to get out of a tree. But hey, it's part of nature. It fits. Somewhat. But now we unlock our boss level here at World 4. I'm going to go ahead and save the boss fight for the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World, we'll be making our way into the boss of World 4 and continuing on. I'll see you guys next time.